Michael Jackson was more than just a pop star. He was a cultural icon whose influence transcended music, dance, fashion, and humanitarian efforts. Born on August 29, 1958, in Gary, Indiana, Michael's journey to stardom began at a very young age. As the eighth of 10 children in the Jackson family, he was thrust into the spotlight when he joined his older brothers in the group the Jackson 5. With his distinct voice, charisma, and stage presence, young Michael quickly became the standout member. Their breakthrough came when they signed with Motown Records, and hits like I Want You Back and ABC catapulted the group and Michael to national fame. As he matured, Michael Jackson began carving a path as a solo artist. His solo career exploded in the late 1970s and reached stratospheric heights in the 1980s with the release of the album Thriller in 1982. It became the best-selling album of all time, with iconic tracks like Billie Jean, Beat It, and the title track Thriller, which was accompanied by a revolutionary music video that blended cinematic storytelling with groundbreaking choreography. Michael's signature moves, especially the moonwalk, became synonymous with pop culture. But Michael wasn't just about music. He revolutionized the music video industry, turning short musical clips into art forms. With high production values and narrative depth, videos like Smooth Criminal, Bad, and Black or White set new standards. He was the first Black artist to gain heavy rotation on MTV, breaking racial barriers in the music industry. His style, fedora hats, sequined gloves, military-inspired jackets, set global trends, and fans from all corners of the globe began to imitate his look. Michael's impact wasn't limited to entertainment. He was deeply involved in humanitarian work, supporting over 30 charities and raising millions for causes ranging from children's welfare to global hunger. Songs like Heal the World and Man in the Mirror were anthems for social change, expressing messages of peace, compassion, and unity. Michael donated proceeds from several of his tours and albums to various causes and even created the Heal the World Foundation to aid children in need. Despite his global fame and immense talent, Michael Jackson's life was also marked by controversy and personal struggles. His changing appearance led to intense media scrutiny. Diagnosed with vitiligo, a skin condition that causes depigmentation, Michael also underwent several cosmetic procedures, which only added fuel to public speculation. He faced legal challenges, most notably allegations of child abuse, which he vehemently denied. Though he was acquitted in a 2005 trial, the accusations left a lasting impact on his legacy. Yet, through all the highs and lows, Michael's artistry never waned. Albums like Bad, Dangerous, and History continued to push boundaries, both musically and thematically. He collaborated with other global superstars like Paul McCartney, Stevie Wonder, and even Eddie Murphy, creating timeless pieces that blended genres and cultures. His concerts were electrifying events, often selling out in minutes and drawing massive crowds worldwide. His 1993 Super Bowl halftime show is still regarded as one of the best in history, watched by over 1 billion people across the globe. Michael Jackson's influence extended to generations of artists who cite him as their inspiration. From Beyoncé and Usher to Justin Timberlake and Chris Brown, countless performers have been influenced by his music, style, and performance techniques. He changed the rules of the music industry, set standards in production, and elevated the role of a performer to a global ambassador of art. Tragically, Michael's life was cut short on June 25, 2009, due to acute propofol and benzodiazepine intoxication. His death shocked the world, leading to an outpouring of grief and tributes from fans, fellow artists, and world leaders. Memorials were held across continents, and his music experienced a resurgence on the charts. In death, as in life, Michael remained a unifying figure, someone whose art transcended boundaries and spoke to the human spirit. Today, Michael Jackson's legacy continues through his music, dance, and philanthropic work. His estate has released several posthumous projects, including albums and documentaries, helping preserve his memory for new generations. His impact on the entertainment industry remains unmatched, and his influence is woven into the fabric of global pop culture. Whether remembered as the king of pop, a humanitarian, or a trailblazer, Michael Jackson's story is a testament to the power of talent, vision, and resilience. He may no longer be with us, but his music, message, and moonwalk will live on forever. Michael Jackson was more than just a global pop icon. He was a mystery, a phenomenon, and a man surrounded by rumors, secrets, and deep emotional layers. Beyond his groundbreaking music and revolutionary dance moves, Jackson's life was filled with controversies, powerful enemies, and a relentless pursuit of perfection that consumed him. Few people know that Michael Jackson openly claimed he was fighting against a powerful media mafia that wanted to destroy his legacy. He believed his global influence and the color of his skin made him a target. During his later years, Jackson accused music industry executives of racism and manipulation, especially in his famous conflict with Sony Music. He called their then-chairman, Tommy Mottola, a racist devil in a press conference and claimed the industry was stealing from black artists. One of the most financially strategic moves of his career was when he bought the rights to the Beatles' music catalog. This gave him control over some of the most valuable music ever written and made him one of the wealthiest entertainers in history. However, it also intensified his problems with the industry and caused friction with Paul McCartney, who had originally introduced Jackson to the idea of music publishing rights. Michael Jackson was also known for his obsession with perfection. When recording music, he would repeat a single line dozens of times to capture the exact emotion he envisioned. His dance rehearsals were so intense that he often collapsed from exhaustion, especially during the preparation for what was meant to be his final concert tour. This is it. Many speculated about his changing skin color, assuming he underwent surgeries to appear whiter. But Jackson revealed in interviews that he suffered from vitiligo, a rare skin condition that causes loss of pigmentation. His doctors supported this, though others suspected deeper psychological issues stemming from a painful childhood and an identity crisis. He built Neverland Ranch not just as a home, but as an escape from reality. Inside this wonderland, filled with amusement park rides and exotic animals, Michael lived like a child who never grew up. Despite the magical environment, he was often alone, watching Disney movies or playing with his pet chimpanzee, Bubbles, who wore designer clothes and accompanied him on tours. Michael's personal life was also a storm of emotion and solitude. He was painfully shy in real life and spoke in a soft voice. He often avoided public gatherings, yet he found freedom and expression in front of thousands on stage. The man who moonwalked across arenas was a completely different person behind the scenes, gentle, quiet, and emotionally fragile. His romantic relationships were kept private, but he always expressed his deep desire to be loved for who he truly was. His marriage to Lisa Marie Presley was widely publicized, but many questioned its authenticity. Jackson always insisted that it was real and based on mutual understanding and respect. Michael's interactions with children were a source of both inspiration and controversy. He said he connected with children because they were innocent and genuine, unlike many adults who judged him. While some of these relationships led to legal accusations, he was never found guilty. Many of the people who accused him later retracted their statements or admitted they were lying for financial gain. Even in his final years, Jackson was planning a major comeback. He wanted to reveal truths and secrets about the industry during his This Is It tour. Some believe this intention was what ultimately led to his mysterious death. On June 25, 2009, the world was shocked when Michael Jackson was pronounced dead due to a cardiac arrest caused by an overdose of propofol, a surgical anesthetic administered by his personal doctor. The doctor, Conrad Murray, was later convicted of involuntary manslaughter, but conspiracy theories still swirl, suggesting there was more behind Jackson's death than the public was told. Beyond the drama, Michael Jackson was deeply philanthropic. He donated hundreds of millions to hospitals, orphanages, and global aid programs. He wrote songs like Heal the World and Earth Song, not for profit, but to spread messages of love and global unity. He was a true humanitarian who used his platform to highlight poverty, climate change, and injustice. Michael Jackson's life was a paradox, filled with fame and isolation, adoration and scandal, strength and vulnerability. His music broke cultural and racial barriers, and his legacy continues to influence artists around the globe. Whether he was dancing across the stage or speaking softly in interviews, Michael left behind a presence that cannot be replaced. His secrets, his pain, his genius, they all blend into a story that is as unforgettable as the man himself.